Picture one of the busiest cities in the world. Millions of people, thousands of roads, traffic lights, highways, power stations, emergency services. Every second, information flows across the city, allowing everything to function perfectly. Now imagine something even more advanced. Instead of millions of people, there are nearly 86 billion brain cells. Instead of roads, there are millions of nerve fibers stretching throughout your body. If you connected all these nerves end to end, they would extend tens of thousands of miles, enough to circle the Earth. Together, they form the most sophisticated communication system known to science. No supercomputer on Earth comes close. Not even the most advanced artificial intelligence can match the efficiency of your nervous system. And the astonishing part is this. You've been carrying it with you since before you were born. Imagine standing inside the world's most advanced control room. Thousands of giant screens display every organ in your body. Another monitor tracks your heartbeat. Another watches your breathing. Another monitors your muscles. Others constantly receive information from your eyes, ears, skin, nose, and tongue. Now, imagine one single control center managing every one of these systems simultaneously. That control center is your brain. Your brain weighs only about 1.4 kilograms. It consumes around 20% of your body's energy. Even while you sleep, your brain never truly rests. It monitors your heartbeat. It regulates your breathing. It controls your body temperature. It repairs damaged tissues. It organizes memories from the day. It prepares your body for tomorrow. Every second, millions of electrical messages enter your brain. Millions more leave it. And almost all of this happens without your conscious awareness. So, how does your brain communicate with the rest of your body? The answer lies in specialized cells called neurons. Think of each neuron as a tiny living electrical wire. Unlike ordinary wires made from copper, neurons are alive. They can grow. They can learn. They can adapt. And they can communicate with thousands of other neurons at the same time. Each neuron receives information, processes it, then sends it to another neuron. One signal becomes two. Two become hundreds. Hundreds become millions. Together, they create an enormous electrical conversation happening every moment of your life. Right now, as you're listening to this narration, millions of neurons are working together just so you can understand these words. Without them, language wouldn't exist. Thoughts wouldn't exist. Memories wouldn't exist. Even your sense of self would disappear. Here's something that surprises many people. Your body doesn't generate electricity the way batteries do. Instead, every nerve cell creates tiny electrical charges by carefully controlling minerals like sodium and potassium. Whenever these minerals move across the neuron's membrane, they generate a small electrical pulse. One pulse alone isn't impressive, but when billions of neurons fire together, they create the incredible electrical language that controls your entire body. It's like millions of people each holding a tiny flashlight. One flashlight isn't very bright, but millions shining together can illuminate an entire city. That's exactly what your nervous system does every second of your life. And this is only the beginning. In the next part, we'll dive even deeper into the hidden world of neurons and discover exactly how electrical signals travel through your body at astonishing speeds, and why this incredible system is one of nature's greatest masterpieces. If you're ready to uncover the science behind every movement, every thought, and every heartbeat, stay with us. The journey is just getting started. We discover that your body is constantly carrying on an invisible electrical conversation. But now comes the big question. How does a tiny nerve cell actually create electricity? At first glance, a neuron doesn't look extraordinary. Under a microscope, it resembles a tree with long branches. Yet this single microscopic cell performs a task that scientists have spent centuries trying to understand. Every thought you've ever had, every smile you've ever shared, every step you've ever taken, started inside one of these remarkable cells. A neuron has three main parts, and each plays a unique role. First is the cell body, the neuron's headquarters. This is where the cell stays alive and processes incoming information. Branching out from the cell body are tiny extensions called dendrites. Think of them as antennas. Their job is to receive messages from other neurons. Then comes the longest part, the axon. Some axons are only a fraction of a millimeter long. Others stretch more than a meter from your spinal cord all the way to your feet. The axon acts like a superhighway, carrying electrical messages across incredible distances in just fractions of a second. At the end of the axon are tiny branches that pass the message to the next neuron, muscle, or organ. One neuron connects to thousands of others, forming an unimaginably complex communication network. Together, these billions of connections create everything that makes you, but where does the electrical signal come from? Surprisingly, your body doesn't have tiny batteries hidden inside your nerves. Instead, it uses chemistry. Every neuron contains dissolved minerals, especially sodium, potassium, calcium, and chloride ions. These minerals carry electrical charges. The neuron's membrane acts like a highly selective security gate, constantly controlling which ions can move in and which must stay out. Special proteins, called ion channels, open and close with incredible precision. When the timing is just right, sodium ions rush into the neuron. This sudden movement changes the electrical balance inside the cell. That tiny change creates an electrical impulse known as an action potential. It's the basic language of your nervous system. Every sensation, every memory, every movement depends on millions of these action potentials firing every second. Now picture this. You accidentally touch a hot cooking pot. You don't stop to think. You don't calmly analyze the situation. Your hand jerks away almost instantly. Why? Because the electrical signal is traveling at astonishing speed. Some nerve impulses move at up to 120 meters per second, more than 430 kilometers per hour. That's faster than many high-speed trains. In less than the blink of an eye, the message travels from your skin to your nervous system and back to your muscles. The result? Your hand moves away before your conscious mind fully realizes you're in danger. Your nervous system is constantly protecting you, even when you're not aware of it. How can these signals travel so quickly? The answer is a remarkable substance called myelin. Imagine an electrical wire without insulation. The electricity would leak away, making it slow and unreliable. Now imagine wrapping that wire in a perfect protective coating. The signal travels much faster. That's exactly what myelin does. Myelin is a fatty layer that wraps around many nerve fibers like insulation around an electrical cable. Instead of traveling smoothly along every millimeter of the nerve, the electrical signal jumps from one tiny gap to the next. Scientists call this saltatory conduction. This jumping allows messages to travel dramatically faster while using less energy. It's one of the most efficient communication systems found anywhere in nature. But what happens if this protective coating becomes damaged? Suddenly, messages slow down. Some never arrive at all. Imagine trying to make a phone call while the signal keeps cutting out. The conversation becomes broken and confusing. The same thing happens inside the nervous system. People may experience muscle weakness, poor coordination, numbness, blurred vision, or difficulty walking. These symptoms occur because damaged nerves can no longer transmit electrical signals efficiently. It reminds us how incredibly important this microscopic insulation is for every movement we make. Right now, while you're listening to this video, countless electrical messages are racing through your nervous system. Your eyes are sending visual information to your brain. Your ears are processing sound. Your fingertips can feel the texture of whatever you're holding. Your muscles are making tiny adjustments to keep you balanced. Your heart continues beating with perfect rhythm. Your lungs expand and contract without conscious effort. All of these systems are communicating simultaneously, not one after another, all at the same time. It's as if billions of tiny conversations are happening every second without interfering with one another. No traffic jams, no confusión, just astonishing precision. Engineers spend years designing communication networks. Scientists build supercomputers capable of performing trillions of calculations. Yet the human nervous system still outperforms them in remarkable ways. It can adapt. It can learn. It can repair some of its own damage. It can create memories. It can recognize faces. It can compose music. It can dream while you're asleep. All because billions of neurons continue speaking the same incredible electrical language. And we've only begun to uncover its secrets. In the next part, we'll follow a single electrical message on its incredible journey, from the moment you decide to move a finger to the instant your muscles obey the command. You'll discover how your brain, spinal cord, nerves, and muscles work together with breathtaking precision to make every movement possible. Take a moment and do something incredibly simple. Wiggle one finger. Now ask yourself this question. How did that happen? It may seem effortless, but behind that tiny movement is one of the most extraordinary chains of events in nature. From the instant you decided to move your finger to the moment it actually moved, billions of neurons work together with astonishing speed and precision. Let's follow that journey. Long before your muscles move, your brain has already made a decision. Deep inside the front part of your brain lies an area called the motor cortex. This is the command center responsible for planning and initiating voluntary movements. Whether you're waving at a friend, typing on a keyboard, or kicking a football, the process begins here. The motor cortex doesn't move your muscles directly. Instead, it creates an electrical command. Think of it as a general giving orders to an entire army. The command is clear. The destination is known, and the message must arrive without delay. The instant you decide to move, millions of neurons in the motor cortex fire together, generating an electrical impulse. That impulse begins an incredible journey through your nervous system. The electrical signal travels downward through your brain into a thick bundle of nerve fibers known as the brainstem. From there, it enters one of the most important structures in your body, the spinal cord. The spinal cord is like the main highway connecting your brain to the rest of your body. Protected by the bones of your spine, it carries millions of electrical messages every second. Some travel upward, bringing information from your body to your brain. Others travel downward, carrying instructions from your brain to your muscles. Without the spinal cord, communication between your brain and body would be impossible. As the electrical signal moves through the spinal cord, it reaches the level where the appropriate nerve exits. Imagine a giant tree. The spinal cord is the trunk. Away are its limbs. These peripheral nerves spread throughout your shoulders, arms, hands, chest, abdomen, legs, and feet. Each nerve has a specific destination. Some carry messages to muscles. Others receive information from the skin. Others monitor your organs. The electrical command now races along one of these nerves toward the exact muscle needed for the movement. Your brain knows precisely where to send it. There are no wrong turns. No delays. No confusion. Eventually, the electrical signal reaches the end of the nerve. But here's something fascinating. The nerve never actually touches the muscle. Instead, there's a microscopic gap between them called the neuromuscular junction. The electrical signal cannot jump across this empty space by itself. So your body uses a brilliant solution. When the signal reaches the nerve ending, tiny packets filled with a chemical messenger called acetylcholine are released. These molecules float across the gap and attach to special receptors on the muscle. The moment they connect, they trigger a brand new electrical signal inside the muscle fiber itself. Electricity has now been converted into chemistry, and back into electricity again. It's one of the most elegant communication systems in biology. Inside every muscle fiber are microscopic proteins called actin and myosin. Think of them as millions of tiny workers. When the electrical signal arrives, calcium ions are released inside the muscle. These calcium ions act like a green traffic light. They allow actin and myosin to grab onto one another and pull. Then pull again. And again. Millions of these tiny pulls happen simultaneously. Together, they shorten the muscle. This shortening creates movement. Whether you're lifting a heavy box, smiling at a friend, blinking your eyes, or taking a deep breath, the same microscopic process is taking place. Every movement in your body relies on this incredible teamwork. Now consider something truly astonishing. Your body contains more than 600 skeletal muscles. Your brain can activate only the ones you need while keeping the others relaxed. Imagine trying to play the piano. Each finger must move independently. Some muscles contract. Others relax, all within fractions of a second. The timing has to be perfect. If every muscle contracted at once, you wouldn't be able to move at all. Instead, your nervous system carefully coordinates every contraction and every relaxation with incredible accuracy. This is why you can write your name, tie your shoes, dance, or thread a needle. Movements that seem simple actually require breathtaking precision. Communication doesn't stop once the movement begins. As your muscles work, specialized sensors inside them continuously send information back to your brain.